So let's dive in and talk a little about K2 and the benefits, value, and ROI. Before we dive into that discussion, I think there's value in looking at the evolution and history of enterprise apps. In the not so recent past, we had code centric, heavy platforms and technology, or develop your own applications. Those evolved into more modern offerings, with more service centric platforms leading the way. The modern markets and startup ecosystems focused on collaboration and productivity and pervasive platforms for all devices. These drove the bring your own app revolution. Along with this came a new set of expectations from end users used to rapid access to documents, information, and any sort of data. This has placed pressure on IT and dev staffs and driven a new way of thinking about development. Today, if you look at the new age, it's become a build your own app or BYOA time with a focus on the massive constituency of citizen developers and power users. So where does K2 fit into all of this? We followed a similar path, starting out as a framework for workflow in the Microsoft stack and evolving into a product for business process management, and today, a true no-code business process apps platform, an intelligent process suite. One thing I like to point out is we have kept all the great qualities of each phase of our evolution. We still have an amazing API developer story. Our workflow engine, reporting, and forms are top tier. So although we enable those citizen devs, you can still lift the hood and leverage all the power of K2 from a development toolset perspective. So in my day-to-day, I always like to find one word that defines the product I represent, an all-encompassing term for the value and benefit we bring to the table. For K2, it is accelerant, defined as something that speeds up a process. Keep that in mind as I go through the next few slides. Like most organizations, you're looking for ways to justify the purchase of K2 with a focus on benefit and value. K2 brings value in the distinct phases of solution development. First, in the before phase, defined from the point of inception to the production rollout. Second, the during phase, when the app is in production. And finally, the after phase. Once in production, what happens after the fact? As a no-code platform for apps, it might seem obvious the benefits we bring to the table. Obviously, no code implies speed to production. That's true, but let's take a deeper look at the benefits. Instead of me talking, let's listen to our customers. First, take Kimberly Clark, who immediately saw value in the offloading of core projects assigned to IT or dev and put the business in control of driving solutions. Interesting. They started off with a few apps in their first year and have since deployed more than 500 applications, all done by non-developer staff. Then a look at Shell, who leveraged the no-code platform to drive rapid rollout of key processes and get apps where they needed to be faster. Then North Yorkshire, who uses our platform to quickly build prototypes involving the business to make sure expectations and requirements are met from day one. When you look at K2, the value in the before alleviates the IT project logjam and accelerates and shortens dev cycles to get apps into the business ASAP and provide maximum value. So how do we do all that? With core components that can be leveraged by dev and IT all together or as separate building blocks for specific purposes. An example is our data integration layer or smart objects, which allow configuration-based integration to all your line of business systems. That layer can be configured once and then reused over and over and can be surfaced as a web service for other apps within your organization. With our 4 separate design canvases, you can enable your citizen developers with K2 Designer or the embedded SharePoint capability to offload some of the core tasks from IT, but you can still leverage our deep designers for complex and advanced work. So the benefits here are quite clear, from specifics like rapid integration to extending delivery capability to non-devs. Imagine a new regulation that comes out that requires you to change your app's UI, data structure, and logic, and that change can be made in hours or days instead of months. It's really a platform that secures an efficient future for your organization. As we transition into the during phase, this is the area that impacts the business the most and where typical value is associated with the efficiency and productivity a business process management suite brings to a business. This is where the return on investment and hard direct benefits are derived. You can see across these customers the types of value that they've gleaned from K2. With Island Savings, one of their core lending processes has gone from 3 days to 45 minutes. Why? The tying together of line of business data in forms and workflows has eliminated waiting and tasks sitting in inboxes or on desktops. With a large real estate entity, they not only assess the hourly savings, but also the impact financially in dollars, over $200,000 a year. Mitsubishi implemented several core processes that minimize production downtime, drive faster output of product to hit tighter deadlines, and tie into their just-in-time manufacturing processes. So when you look at process automation, there are both direct and indirect benefits. This slide covers the direct benefits, from efficiency and productivity to minimizing lost materials and errors. They are broad and quite well known. There are also indirect benefits that can have a broader impact on the entire business and reduce costs beyond the specific process or department. So now we take a look at what happens after we develop and push our solution into production. Many customers leverage K2 for the added benefit of process insight and agility. Whether it's an energy company using SmartForm dashboards to monitor metrics, a bank constantly refining processes to remove waste, or a compliance organization looking to simplify reporting and take away the pain of audits, K2 provides some key value in this arena. Here are some of the core benefits through the heavy process-centric data that we collect. You can leverage our reports or access this info through our Smart Object layer and open it to reporting apps and glean tremendous insight into your processes and workflow. Refining processes can be accomplished quickly, providing rapid change capabilities that can help comply with new or refined regulations, and also putting changes into the hands of the business. We've seen a trend in something we call self-service apps, or those that have administration interfaces that can be accessed by the managing business. Take, for example, a SharePoint list that houses form drop-down information, or a SQL table that's rendered in a smart form where users can modify business rules. This removes IT involvement and can help facilitate quick changes in forms and workflow. In summary, I'd like to leave you with a case study in the before, during, and after. One of our customers, Island Savings, had an external consultant evaluate what the overall ROI would be of automating a single painful process in their organization. In using K2 to rapidly design a digital process and place it into production, the overall savings to the organization is estimated at over $1 million. This shows the real power of the K2 platform and the derived value from the before, during, and after. Hopefully this presentation gave you a good feel for all the value and benefit we bring to organizations that choose a future with K2.